Hello again, everybody. This is Mosk Tony versus Milidude. I have this video and I have one more video coming. So this video is just another shot of me doing a 20-man assault vanguard. This is my finalized setup as far as I think what chips I'm using, and then some of the tools that I'm using with ISBoxer. So I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like now that it's basically donesies. So what you just saw there when I pressed that button that was green is basically the last part of my setup, which is it's an ISBoxer. We'll go with a creative solution. So I tried the click bar rollovers, that some other people have made videos on, and then I used it in my last video. But I found that they're not super trustworthy, and also I think that they're potentially in a gray area that CCP is looking at. So I don't want to use them anymore, and I wanted something that's more precise, because I'm all about being specific and having things work exactly the way that I want them to work. So anyways, the way that button works is you click on it, and then it turns a button on in ISBoxer, so that when I mouse wheel down, it round robins through. So each down click sends, I think, like F8 to my guys. So that turns on all of my guys' missiles. So you press it, and then the first mouse wheel down sends F8 to the first guy, and then the second mouse wheel down sends F8 to the next guy, and then F8 to the next guy, and F8 to the next guy. So it ends up going really fast. I mean, it's basically the same thing as like, from a time perspective, it's almost the same thing as if I was just broadcasting F8, because you can spin through your mouse wheels so fast. And this is, I think, one of the reasons why you're seeing some false positive bannings. It's because people can be really fast without multiplexing, while they're still adhering to the little information that CCP's put out about what they consider to be a bannable offense. So in any case, that's what that button does. And then the other one's next to it. It's the exact same setup. It just sends a different keybind. So the jump button, when I press it, when I mouse wheel down, it jumps through, sending my keybind to each individual window one at a time, with each mouse wheel roll to jump. And then there's a drone return button, there's a reload button for my missiles, and then there's the turn all the guns on. So you can see underneath all that jazz, I'm manually controlling all of my logistics, which is the way I've always done it, basically. So anyways, the big difference between this setup and what I've done before, I've tried sentry setups, I've tried Dominic's, and I settled on shield tank Rattlesnakes after everything was said and done. And I was hesitant to do shield ships because I could only field 2 Guardians, and I didn't want to deal with 2 T1 Logis. So I was happier initially with armor, but in the end, shield won out, because you can fit 4 drone damage amps and then 2 ballistic controls. So what you're seeing with the missiles, those are the auto-targeting missiles, and they don't do as much damage, but now having to manually target with all the Rattlesnakes is just amazing. So I use them to just nuke the guys that orbit really close, and then I send the heavy drones off to blow up the battleships and the cruisers that orbit at 60 kilometers or whatever. And I tried it with sentries, and I did a couple sites, but it wasn't near as successful, unfortunately, with the sentries. Like, just the tracking is so much worse than Gecko's that I was just straight up getting better damage running Geckos and sentries, better times clearing. So my average clear time is about 14 minutes from when I land on an acceleration gate to when I can warp to the next site. which isn't like mind-blowing. Like, I think you could probably get it down to 10 minutes. Like, I don't have max skills, so I could probably squeeze it down to 10 minutes, but right now, you know, at 14 minutes a sight, that's reasonable enough. Like, I don't do the, I think it's the nation consolidation, whatever, because the, you know, I don't want to split my fleet in half. And then the other 20-man assault is really hard. It does a lot of damage. I mean, just significantly more damage than the Nation Commander Stronghold, which is what I'm doing now. So I'm still working on my strategy to do those efficiently, because like, I have 20-minute clear times because I spend so much time on my logistics, and they swap to your drones. Anyways, so this setup, I have one Huginn, which is single target painter, single web, and mostly tanked, and then he's using those his auto cannons just to drone bunny onto the next thing. I noticed if I just use the target painter in the web, what ends up happening is the drones will start to micro warp drive back to me. So I just use the gun to get them on a target, and then once the weapon target painter cycled, I get it on the next one. That's the only downside to using the shield setup is it's really difficult to tank a Huginn or a Rapier enough and fit more than one of each on it. And I don't have another guy, you know, with Recon 4. So yeah, they're just gonna run like this. So anyways, it's my setup. It's pretty efficient. My guys on paper do about 1,000 DPS per Rattlesnake, and it's mostly mindless. You know, it takes about 1 to 2 minutes to set up once I land on grid. But you know, after that, it's just, you know, targeting stuff and watching for the target swaps. And this is all totally within what CCP said they would allow as far as multiplexing goes. Like, everything gets controlled manually, there's no multiplexing, I'm only sending a single thing to a single window at a single time, and one single action equates to one single button getting sent. And the mouse wheel down is just, it's really great. It doesn't work for some things, you know, there's no undock button, and I don't know if CCP would consider syncing your mouse to your other windows so that all of the mouse is in the same spot. Even without sending a click, I don't know if they would consider that to be illegal. Like, I don't know if they consider that a violation. That's kind of a big deal. If they don't, then it would actually be pretty easy to set it up so that all your alts lock the same guy, and then you could just mouse wheel down to send, you know, shift left click after you've hit one button to sync all the mouses in the right spot. But seems dangerous, and they're not talking about it, so I'm not going to do it. So anyways, I got another video coming out, and it's mostly for IS boxers, describing exactly how my setup works. It'll be a super long thing. I'll probably get it up over the next couple days. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. I really appreciate you guys' viewership. You can post on the forums or on the video here if you have any questions.